In a surprise turn of events, the Confederate Army has achieved a massive victory in the Battle of Gettysburg during the American Civil War. Now, they're using that leverage to march on Washington, D.C. The Union Army is desperately scrambling to defend the Capitol building. This will be the Union's last stand in D.C. They have a limited number of troopers, however, they do have a stark defensive advantage at the Capitol building, along with a number of heavy cannons to fire down at the oncoming Confederates. Can the Union Army win in this alternative Civil War battle, or will they lose the Capitol building and lose America? If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below if you'd like to see some more Born in the Fire America mod in the future. Either way, let's get right on into this thing. Alright boys, let's get into this thing. We're going in slow-mo for the start due to the fact that there are a lot of soldiers on the battlefield here, and the Born in the Fire America mod special effects cost a lot of frame drops. You can see all of the fire coming from the Capitol building out there, as well as the Confederates down on the lawn below shooting away right now. I imagine we're seeing horrific deaths at the moment. There's also cannon shots coming from the building itself. Let's see, red are dead Confederates from the start of this battle, and yellow are dead Union soldiers. Really, the Confederates took the brunt of that, losing like 30 or 40 soldiers. Union lost like 3 or 4, so not too bad. The middle Confederate units are pretty much entirely intact over here. These guys are just in like line battle formation, but it's the road units that seem to be the main targets here for the Union soldiers. It might be the angle or something, or maybe they have a little bit closer proximity, something along those lines, but those guys are in fact getting absolutely walloped by the Union. We have a small frontline defense here up on the fences where we have 3 or 4 dead Union soldiers. The guys in green are the Union sharpshooters, and the rest of the troops here are just standard line infantrymen. Then further back here we have another small area defending the steps up to the Capitol building. These guys are doing just fine and firing away quite vigorously against the Confederates off in the distance. And then of course we have up top here, we've got 3 Union cannons over this way and a massive Union line defense behind them. And then on the right side, we have a small cannon position and more troopers. And on the left side, we have the same thing, although it is a little bit larger on the left than the right for some reason. I don't know why I did that, but we have that going. There's also some additional trench defenses out on the left and right side of the lawn here to fire away at the oncoming Confederates. However, the Confederates are also going to be flanking from the far left and far right roads too. So the Union does have some very good steep defenses defending the Capitol building here. However, the Confederates have just huge numeric superiority. What's up gamers, I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2, all of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. We're talking 3,000 to 4,000 Confederate soldiers versus maybe like 400 Union soldiers currently defending. You can see these side roads are getting absolutely obliterated still. Tons of these guys dying, including some cannon shots hitting the Confederate lines and wiping out large quantities of them. Now, the Confederates do have their own cannons further back here. There's one of them firing away. These are actually Civil War era mortars. There's 3 over here, 3 on the other side. Where's that shot gonna land? You can see it arcing over there. Let's see. Maybe big money? Oh! Nope, that was a terrible shot. Amazing. So the Confederacy is going to have some big boom booms firing, as well as the Union Parrott guns up top and Armstrong guns. So they're both bringing some big boys to the table. However, I think what is really going to make or break this battle is either the overwhelming numbers the Confederates are bringing forward, or the extremely good defenses the Union is fielding. They have multiple trench lines out here. They've also got some amazing wall defenses going on. They've got it all, truth be told. They could definitely hold this thing out against thousands of Confederates, but 4,000 Confederates is a lot coming forward, plus cannons. Already, we're starting to see this first line getting diced up by incoming bullets, and that will definitely be the first line to go down. These flanks are still doing okay, and then there's a far flank line over here for the Union soldiers. They're getting eaten away at by incoming Confederate rifle bullets as well, but not to the same degree as the middle section. These guys are still fine, and the far right side also mostly fine, although they've taken a lot more losses themselves than the far left side, so that could be a little bit of a danger area as well. Since it is so laggy at the very beginning of this battle, why don't we go ahead and fix the camera position and run our first time lapse of our very frontline defense here of Union soldiers fending off the lawn Confederate attack. If you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. Now let's get into the first time lapse here. Okay, 3 minutes go by and almost all the Union soldiers here are dead. There's a couple more on the far left over here, still crouched down, suppressed. There's some more artillery fire. Not sure if that's from the Confederates or the Union. Could be either. But then we've got additional Union sharpshooters and standard soldiers on the far right side. It's more so the middle that's been destroyed. Also, further back, we're starting to see more losses on the stair defense going on. But then all the way up here, we shouldn't really have any losses. Let's see. There's just some troops randomly lying down, but I don't see any dead troops up there, which is definitely good. Over here, looks like a couple troops have died. Again, over this way, more have died. Why don't we actually go ahead and just do a little show and tell here. Yellow are dead Union soldiers, red are dead Confederates. Look at the number of dead Confederates in the middle section over here. This is crazy. They're getting destroyed on that side. Meanwhile, on the flanks, the Confederates are doing great. Look at all the dead Union soldiers over here, and there's only one dead Confederate over this way. So, yes, the flanks are managing to make some very big things happen for them. However, the middle section might die out before any of that can really come to fruition, I'm afraid. So, we need to see if the Confederates can continue to keep this momentum going, or if they'll die before they can really strike it big. Why don't we do a time lapse in the middle section here, watching these infantry soldiers pushing down mid and on the roads here while the Capitol building fires away, defending itself. All right, let's find out. Another 3 minutes have gone by, and we are up to a staggering 13 frames per second. Going from 8 at the very start to 13, we're hitting speeds never seen by my computer before. Isn't this crazy? Alright, either way, the Confederate troopers are still getting nailed down in the middle here. There's just not really a lot of cover for them, and when there is cover, barely any of them are using it. My goodness, fellas, we may be rebs, but maybe we use our brains here. The Union is just peppering them with constant fire from up top and doing a really good job of continuing to lay the pressure on them, which makes it so the Confederates can't really move forward. A lot of this game, even though it's not machine gun suppressive fire or anything like that, the Born in the Fire America mod, when you do get shot at by rounding fire, you might not like cower to the ground, although a lot of them are, but you also won't come forward. You'll stand and fire from your position versus trying to advance. That's kind of how the mechanics of the AI works in this, is that they might take a few steps forward, then fire, like this guy right here, or just stand still because they're constantly under bullet fire and things like that, then they reload. Versus when you play with the World War II mods and Star Wars mods and stuff like that, you see troopers prioritizing trying to actually get to some defenses and things like that. But it's definitely different with these rifles that they're using here. These guys just kind of marching backwards. Oh, they're going around to the side of the fence here while getting cover fired from these troopers over here on the fence. That's actually not a bad idea. Pretty smart move from these guys. And I think they're still doing pretty well on these flanks. Yeah, red are dead Confederates over here. Yellow are dead Union soldiers. Lots of dead over here. Up top here, though, is still completely alive. The bottom here has one soldier remaining with 1 kill. Christian Barnes. Well, Mr. Barnes, you're probably going to die pretty soon. The staircase defense is also getting absolutely walloped. Our cannons up here are still doing okay. This one's got 1 kill, this one's got 4, and this one's got 7. Interesting. And then we have a huge lineup still on this side of the Union Army, so they're still doing well, too. These guys are getting pretty butchered. There's 1 trooper left on this line. Hubert Bell. Wow. And then this line back here is also starting to take a bit of extreme damage right now. The road troops over here for the Confederates are starting to slice across this way, and then we still have just tons of Confederates on that fence over there firing at them. So why don't we watch this flank getting attacked and them trying to defend against the oncoming Confederate army here. We've also got some units mobilizing way down there. Maybe they'll come straight down or go behind this to try and fire from cover, although I kind of doubt it. Alright, this Union defense over here on the far left is starting to capitulate, and a lot of these troops... Okay, that guy's got 2 kills, this guy's got 1, but a lot of them don't seem like they have a lot. That guy in the corner also only had 1, this guy has 1, this guy has none, 1... Yeah, they didn't really get a lot of kills. Hubert's still alive, but he's got no kills either, so I'm not sure how effective this far left line ended up really being here. You can see yellow are dead Union soldiers, red are dead Confederate soldiers. Not a ton died over here compared to the numbers still alive. And over here a good amount died, but it could also be from the snipers up on the Capitol building over that way as well. Now, this side, of course, took massive losses from these troopers. These troopers did great, but the Union still is outnumbered by the Confederates. Look at the top left minimap there. Red dots are Confederate soldiers, blue dots are Union soldiers. There's still so many Confederates coming forward, and actually, this guy is just way up here. Bro, where are you going? Is he going to hug the wall there? He's just going to chill, man. Do these guys have any kills? They are firing and reloading and stuff, but no, not really any kills. These guys up here, same thing. They do. That guy's got 1 kill. Not bad. That's a big kill for him. This gun has 4 kills. This has 9, and this one has 4 as well. So those ones have done decently. And yeah, this guy is just running to hug the wall down here. Take cover! And then over here, we actually do have at least 1 Union loss going on. The Confederate soldiers over this way, still firing from the wall over here and coming forward, taking over the Union's own ramparts over here. Oh, and look at this. Confederates coming forward down middle and straight up attacking over this way. Okay, so now the top gunners for the Union are going to have to get much more involved in this battlefield. How did this Confederate soldier get up here? Did he run up the stairs and go here, or did he glitch his way up? Maybe they can glitch their way up. I'm not entirely sure. I do not know, but let's watch these top sharpshooters here for a bit. Alright, 2 minutes, 30 seconds later, the Confederates are creeping on up here. We are getting about 20 FPS, so let's bump it up a speed. I think the computer can handle that. We do have a couple of dead Union soldiers on the guns over here now, so they are under fire, and they're still firing as well. Are the Confederate mortars even really, like, firing? I have not seen much. This one's got no kills, this one's got none, this one's got 2. So they have fired. This one's got none, this one's got none, and this one's got none. Only one of them has gotten a kill. They're on free fire mode, so they're free to do whatever the heck they want. Just seems like they're not at the moment. The far right side over here, the Union is slowly dwindling, but they've actually lasted a lot longer than I would have thought. I think the Confederates are going to have a really hard time with this block of Union soldiers over here. Although a couple have died here. A couple being 1. Oh, no, there's another. So it is a couple. But yeah, there's a very large blockade over that way, so maybe the Union can make up some ground there, because right now, from the looks of it, the Confederates are winning. We need that blockade to really get some serious kills, and maybe these guys over here can clutch it up where their buddies weren't able to. Nice kill right there. Some Confederates starting to try and worm their way up here, but there's plenty of Union troops to stop them, but they are still having to fire at these guys all the way across the way, so, you know, they might not be in a position to fire necessarily when every Confederate soldier comes up here if they're all reloading, and then the Confederates can slowly get some kills there. So that could be a bit of a disaster for them. We'll just have to wait and see. Either way, I am likely gonna do my yearly Civil War Thanksgiving video. Every year we tend to do one. I'm just not sure what scenario we should do. I think last year we did Gettysburg, I want to say, but the reason we do it on Thanksgiving is because that's when Thanksgiving was created. Obviously, yes, pilgrims and all that, but Abraham Lincoln actually signed it as a national holiday during the Civil War in order to boost morale during kind of that really bad grind of the war era for the Union when they were just getting clobbered in like 61, 62, I believe. I think he signed it in 62, but it's been a while since I studied the Civil War. But either way, it was just sort of a morale booster for the Union that turned into one of the most beloved national holidays. My man Lincoln can do no wrong, baby. He is always clutching it up. He invented Thanksgiving. So, yeah, just let me know in the comments if there's any particular battles you guys want to see, or maybe we'll just do a big old fortress battle, because those are always fun to see. You know, something along those lines. Either way, it does look like the Confederates are crawling up the stairs to get up here. This guy is still moving. Bro, someone shoot him! Okay, good. He almost clapped this guy, this redheaded guy's cheeks right there. Oh, that man also big-deaded right now. Not very nice. So they are getting up the stairs, but clobbered before they could really make any progress, which is definitely good for the Union troops here on the Capitol building. But more Confederates are to come. If you look at the top left, still the Confederates are hugely in this battle right now. Wow, there's a lot of Confederates dying up this way too. Look at this. Let's watch these guys getting attacked for a bit. These guys are cleaning up. Look at that. The only problem I could see happening here is if, first of all, the Confederates just all surge forward and these guys are caught reloading, or the Confederate soldiers end up taking... What is going on here? Sir? Did he maybe get hit by a shell and fell down here and wasn't dead and is now trying to come back up? I do not know. Or if they have flanked, these guys could be in some serious trouble if the middle stairs don't end up holding super well. Look, we got an officer up here firing away with his pistol. This line here, there's a lot of capless gents over here. Stop the cap, but no dead bodies. So usually their head helmets or hats get shot off first, and then they'll die if they get hit in the head, which a lot of these guys who are leaning over a wall will get hit in the head. So that's kind of telling that those guys are getting hit, but they're managing to tank those bullets. The left side here is actually doing worse than the right side, despite having so many more units, which is rather shocking to me. Let's go ahead and bump it on up to full steam ahead, baby, and watch the glorious combat continuing. I think we might be able to see a Union win here, as the Confederates are starting to slog. They're still definitely in this thing. They have so many soldiers, but we're starting to see them kind of lag behind, which is a good thing for the Union troops. Red are dead Confederates, yellow are dead Union soldiers. A few are coming up here. And then we got a bunch that are about to come up the stairs, but these guys are still fully alive. Aw, that guy died. Rip my boy. So, yeah, I'm curious to see if, like, we do see a full-scale Confederate surge up the stairs here all at once. Could be really, really bad for the Union. We've also got all these guys down here. That guy figured out there are stairs. It's not like they're freaking massive or anything. Oh, look at this. Look at this. He's getting up there. He's firing. He's dead. Incredible. Over here. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Mass losses for this wall here. They're all dead. They still have their gun, but I don't think it's able to fire at this angle, so why don't we go ahead and take these guys off the gun and they can just chill on the ground there and maybe get some kills. But yeah, the gun is useless now. We do still have this back line here firing away, but it in fact was not going to be a long defense for those guys. When I said it might be a long defense, they died almost instantly after. Hopefully these guys can plug the gap and continue to hold on this flank, because then this line will do a lot better. There's a lot of fire coming from these boyos. The Confederates are surging up the stairs. Not in huge numbers, but they are starting to make it on up here, so this could be a major problem. We'll see what happens. It's good fire, but I'm worried that a lot of these Union troops are wasting a ton of fire all on the same troopers when they come up, instead of each firing at an individual target or whatever. It just kind of is how these types of battles sometimes go, but makes defending a lot harder and attacking a lot easier. That's one of the big problems there. Well, nevertheless, the Confederates are coming forward here, and the Union troops are defeating a decent number of them. Why don't we watch this angle for a bit? Okay, well, the Union is holding. They've taken a number of losses over here, mainly, I think, because these Confederates are starting to come through the flank over this way, and they're side sweeping, so obviously their cover isn't going to work over here. How's it going on the opposite side, though? Okay, Confederates are coming through a little bit. Those officers actually using their Colts really nicely, killing a lot of Union soldiers while they're reloading, which is no good. This wall does still have a few Union troops left on it, but not a lot. In fact, the Union is very, very much so crumbling. This is not looking good. Not at all. Whoa, this sharpshooter has 30 kills. Oh my god. This guy went ham. This guy's got 2, this guy's got 2, this guy's got 4, this guy's got 2, this guy's got 8, this guy's got 5, and this guy's got 4, this guy's got 4. That sharpshooter, though, holy cow. That's nuts. This guy's got 6, this guy's got 4, 2, 6, 14, 7, none, 7. The one guy with none, are you kidding me? 5, 1, 3, 20. Yeah, sharpshooters are clutching it up. Sharpshooters are so good in this. They're better than the snipers, weirdly, in the Born in the Fire America mod, but it does look like numbers are going to outmatch defenses this time around. I mean, the Confederates are blowing through the top defense at this point. We could check out the losses here. Red are dead Confederates, yellow are dead Union soldiers. I mean, Confederates have lost like 2,000 or 3,000 soldiers in total at this point. However, the Union just, I don't think, is going to have enough troops to finish this thing out with any semblance of a victory. Very, very sadly. It is going to take a little while for them to capitulate, but let's watch back here as they desperately try and get a few more kills and defend Capitol Hill. Well, the UN ended up, or not the UN, I was just editing a thumbnail for the UN video. The Union, which is, actually sounds very similar, is dead now, sadly. Yellow are dead Union soldiers, red are dead Confederates. The Union, they put up such a good fight, but at the end of the day, the Confederates did manage to topple their defenses. So, last time, now the cannons are firing. Are you kidding me? How many kills did these get? None, none. Oh, well, that was just a guy. Oops, that's the flag bearer. None, none. 2, none, none. Wow, they were useless. But nonetheless, the last time we had a Union defense, they stopped the Confederates in a massive trench defense. This time around, the Confederates blow through the Union defenses. So we're a little bit 1-for-1 right now. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below if you did. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.